5 to 9, and when business owners are looking to move on and sell up, it's not always easy to find new hands to pass over to, especially when you're in the hospitality game. But the owners of a popular local bakery and cafe are looking at whether they can sell to someone who knows all about running it, that is, their own staff. The owners of Honour Bread in Bermagui on the far south coast are looking at how to become an employee ownership trust. It's a model that's becoming increasingly popular overseas. From Honour Bread, Honor Northam, good morning.
Good morning.
What is an employee ownership trust?
An employee ownership trust is where a company like Honour Bread sets up a trust, and the beneficiaries of that trust are the current and future employees. So it's a model where the employees collectively own the business, and you can do that staged over time. So you can start with, 5% and move up to 100%. And I think in the UK, to officially be an employee ownership trust, you need to have 51%.
Why is it something that's taken your interest?
Well, we really love our business, and it's, we're looking to how it can continue after our energy expires, really. It's, looking to a succession plan, but it's also something I've been interested in a long time. How can you reward the employees that have helped build this in a way it's meaningful and not sort of discretionary. When I've spoken a lot with accountants, they just say discretionary bonuses, but it's something that's really, stable and solid and within the culture of the business. But yeah, look, I think it's a model that I'm no expert on it, but I've learned a lot in the past year because there's an organisation called Employee Ownership Australia, and they've got fantastic resources, and they're really trying to build awareness around it in Australia because it's a huge thing in the UK. I think one business a day transitions to an employee ownership trust, and here it's difficult because we don't have any tax guidelines around it, and I think probably the reasoning is that there's not enough people interested in it to warrant the ATO providing those guidelines, but nobody can really do anything without those guidelines. So it's a bit of a catch-22. So I am really hoping in the next year that it's something that people can, that the policymakers and the ATO can realise how great it is, especially for regional Australia, where businesses can keep the money in the town. If Tim and I sell and we sell to somebody in Sydney or Canberra or Melbourne or even in another town, all that hard work and, financial benefit for Bermagui leaves the town. That's just one point. Another thing is just that, because we live in this community, so many of our decisions are made about this community and, benefit the people who live here. They're not always financial decisions, but if somebody who doesn't live here takes over, they're not going to have that same awareness. Not that they're not going to be great people who want to do good, but they're just not going to understand all the, complexities and the social fabric of the place that we live in. So, I'm pretty passionate about it, and I am, just hoping that we can get more awareness, with people that actually can, make the difference with policy and tax guidelines.
So would the idea be that, as new staff come, as part of becoming an employee, they would also become a part owner, and as staff leave, they pass on their share? Would it be quite
Exactly.
fluid?
Yeah, they're like custodians. So what happens is Honour Bread will write a constitution which will reflect all the values that we've built over the 10 years that we've had this business. And it'll be that will sort of be like the blueprint for the company and for the trust. So there is a trust board and there is a company board, and there will be representatives of the employees on the trust board. So they get to have a say in, things that matter to them and how the business is run. But when they leave, they don't take anything. The benefits are for current and future employees. It's not, you don't buy in, but you don't sell when you leave. So it's something that it's for the people who are in the business.
So where to now for you? What do you hope you'll be able to do over the next maybe couple of years?
Do you mean for me personally, or do you mean? I mean, this is something I really hope to do. I'd really like Honor Bread to be an example for the rest of the businesses that would be interested in this, because I can't see that there are really any downsides. It's something that appeals like across the political spectrum. It's something that appeals to employers and employees. It's got just so many benefits to it, and it's been we've got evidence from countries that have similar financial constitutions or financial setups, tax setups. So we kind of know that it works. So yeah, that's for me. I really like to see that happen. And then for me personally, I would like to see this happen. I'd like to see our employees, our amazing employees who have spent nearly a decade. Lots of them have worked for us for more than a decade. It's a lot of their time, and yeah, they get paid for that, but they don't get paid nearly as much as people in other industries and businesses, and it's be great for them to be rewarded. So I'd like to see this happen. And then, family commitments. I've got, great family that I'd like to spend more time with.
Honor, great to get your perspective on this morning. Really appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you for having me on.
Honor Northam, a co-owner at Honor Bread, a bakery cafe on the far south coast at Bermagui, and they're really interested in this idea of an employee ownership trust. It's difficult for businesses, especially in hospitality, to find new owners sometimes when they're ready to move on or retire. And sometimes there's that fear or of the unknown. What happens if the new buyer, the new owner, is from out of town? It's a model that's quite popular in the UK, a business every day signing up to effectively transfer the ownership to the employees, kind of over a period of time, that percentage that the owners own, and then hand over to the staff, kind of a bit of a transition period. Honor is hoping to see the Australian Tax Office put in place some guidelines so that Australian businesses can look at this model as well, of effectively selling their business to their own staff. It's 7 to 9.